And in general, empaths, this is what we do. Are empaths judgmental? If anybody tells you that you are being judgmental for holding up a mirror, my name is Vital Germaine. I'm the author and creator of The Empath Way. It is a book. It is an online course. Also, the book Pink is the Color of Empathy. I'm a life coach and a public speaker. My objective on this platform is to bring value to this community in the best ways that I know how, through our engagement. By sharing mutual experiences, we can empower each other. So I lean on you to share your insights, your expertise, give us your feedback. If you disagree, please disagree respectfully. If not, I'm going to judge you. Let's analyze and break it down and see if empaths are judgmental. Let's begin with the definition of being judgmental. Judgmental is making negative or critical evaluations about someone without necessarily understanding their context or reasons. Not understanding where somebody's coming from, not understanding the why behind their choices. What were their choices? What were they limited to? What was their upbringing? What's their culture? So that's part of the reason of why people judge. They do not understand where you are coming from and the why behind it. It involves attitude, often involves criticism, blame, and condescending comments. So people who are judgmental will condemn you. They will belittle you. They will insult you. They will undermine you. They will basically violate, rape your character with very little evidence to substantiate the why. Typically, they will label or condemn someone as being bad or wrong because that person's choices aren't necessarily in alignment with what they would choose. And as a result of this judgment, people become defensive. I see you do something. Let's just take something quite trivial. If you remember back in the 90s, there was the big trend of people wearing very baggy jeans, back to front, and it's still the trend now, way below their waist. Morally, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. They're not harming anybody. They're not violating any laws. They're not undermining you and insulting your character. They're not imposing or invading on your space. But people will simply judge, oh, look at those people, because they don't like it. So there's no moral validity behind it. They just simply don't like it. So they condemn because they've put that person in a specific category. I don't like what you're doing, therefore you are bad. That's judgment. So is the empath judgmental? The simple answer is, for the most part, no. It's an individual thing. But as a collective, empaths are not judgmental. So then what are they? Here's what they are. Empaths will hold you accountable for morally bad behavior. And I'll put myself now as the example as to the difference between being judgmental and holding somebody accountable. For the most part, because of our search for understanding, we cannot be judgmental because I'm seeking understanding. Going back to the definition at the beginning, making negative critical evaluations about someone without necessarily understanding their context. So by default, if you are searching for understanding, you can't judge, but I can still hold you accountable. So what's the difference? Holding somebody accountable means I've identified morally poor behavior. Your behavior has negatively impacted this person. You've insulted them. You've been rude. You've undermined them. You've taken away their rights. You've violated their essence. And I'm going to point it out, not to criticize you, not to belittle you, not to undermine you, to make you aware so that you now have the choice, crucial component, you now have the choice to change your behaviors. Here's another layer that adds to why people think we're judgmental. I don't drink alcohol. And so when I'm hanging around with people, very rare because empaths, we're introverts, we don't socialize that much. But when I do network, when I do socialize, or when I have done in the past, and I don't drink and everybody around me is drinking, they will invite me to drink. And if I say, no, I'm good, I don't drink, they will then insist that I drink. And then if I still don't drink, they will now feel that I'm judging them because I'm not drinking. Therefore, they conclude, well, if you're not drinking, you must think it's bad and you must be looking down on me. That's not the case. I don't drink for me. Whether you drink is up to you, and I really don't care if you drink, because it's not my body. You have every right to put into your body that which you want, but I choose to not put it into my body. So the reason why they think that we're being judgmental is actually because subconsciously they feel guilty now because, wait, he's not doing it. Does he think it's not a good thing? Oh, now I feel bad. And why do I feel bad? Because he doesn't drink, and it's making me aware that I'm making a poor choice. So actually they judge themselves, condemn themselves, and then mirror it and place it onto us. They reflect and say that we are being judgmental when I'm not. Now, where I will draw the line and hold you accountable, if as a result of your drinking, you now start to act poorly, you start to be rude, and you start to say horrible things, you start to act in inappropriate ways, now I'm going to hold you accountable, not for the drinking, for the behavior that is a consequence of your choice. So I'm not judging you, but I'm holding you accountable. And in general, empaths, this is what we do. Without even saying anything, by default of our, and this is now a bragging right, by default of our moral code, our choice is to be the best type of people that we can be. The fact that we don't hate on certain demographics of society, that we don't condemn them, we hold the mirror up to people without even trying. And again, so those people feel judged when really they're judging themselves because they know deep down inside, yeah, my choices are not good. Even though my indoctrination has told me that it's okay to hate on a certain demographic. It's okay to condemn people who dress like that. It's okay to condemn people who do these things. But they're showing me a way that, you know what, it's actually a better way, and I don't like that feeling. So I'm going to call them out. I'm going to say that they're judgmental. And that's really what it comes down to. Empaths are not judgmental. Neurodivergents in general are not judgmental. Anybody with a good conscience who seeks understanding, this is the operative word here. Anybody who seeks understanding is not judgmental. If anybody tells you that you are being judgmental for holding up a mirror, for holding somebody accountable, it's manipulation. They are trying to manipulate you into guilt and shame for the good, loving, caring, nurturing, empathetic choices that you have made, and they cannot live up to that standard. Why? Because potentially they are filled with a level of anger, a level of envy, a level of jealousy, a level of self-loathing, and so you become their scapegoat. If you've enjoyed any of this content, please make sure to like and follow and share with your friends and family if it brings them value.